What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Board Games Are For Everybody, where today we are continuing on with Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion. Last time we took on some side quests, we robbed the rich, gave ourselves some money, got some more experience. Today we're going to be continuing on with the main storyline of the game, with Scenario 14, Toxic Harvest. We're pretty much set up to just hop right into it here. Let's take a look at the objective cards that we drew. For the Hatchet, we have the Challenger, which is to never leave a hex adjacent to a monster. We also have the Mugger, which is to kill a monster and loot the money token it drops in the same turn. I'd rather go with that one. I really don't like staying adjacent to a monster, especially because the way that the game works is that this would basically be failed if any enemy had a range move, because they would move away from me. So I wouldn't even be able to never leave a hex adjacent to a monster, because it's possible that they would move away from me. So I think we're going to go with the Mugger, because it seems like the easier of the two to do. We're just going to put this over here. So we'll get rid of that one. And for the Hatchet, for the Redguard, we have the Die Hard. Never allow your hit points to drop below half your maximum hit point value. Or we have the Closer, which is to kill the last monster to die in the scenario. I think this one's probably going to be the easier one to go with. So we're going to go with the Closer for the Redguard. But yeah, I think we're just going to hop right into it. This is the first scenario we've done in a little bit where we haven't actually had to use the supplementary scenario book. We just have it for the introduction and the conclusion and stuff like that. So once we get the book out of the way, I'm going to move some stuff to kind of create a bit more space here. In fact, let's do that before we even read the scenario. I just want to move this over here so you guys can see it properly. And I think that's pretty much everything we need to move over. And then we'll have our tokens over here as well to show turn order. Not that you can really see them all the way over there, but that's okay. So let's hop right into it. Scenario 14, Toxic Harvest. Let's go through the introduction. Given the length someone went to in order to hide this passage of the sewers, you are sure it will lead somewhere meaningful. With any luck, you'll find the last vestiges of the blood cult cowering in the corner, and finish them off once and for all. Of course, nothing as simple as that. After some investigation, you begin to hear chanting and the hissing of snakes in the tunnel ahead of you. You move forward and demand to know where Roland is, but these blood-obsessed idiots are not particularly talkative. Special rules. At the start of each round, after the first, any giant viper adjacent to a zealot dies. Do not place a money token. If the giant viper was normal, spawn one elite blood imp adjacent to the zealots. If the giant viper was elite, spawn two blood imps adjacent. Oh, geez. Okay, that's rough. Geez, that's pretty rough. Okay. So we'll just toss this up here for now. We aren't going to need that until we get to the end here. So we currently have giant vipers and the zealots in our current room. So now I need to figure out if I prioritize this zealot or if I prioritize the giant vipers. Because the zealots have a movement of 3. The vipers have a movement of 3. Which means that elite viper is going to end its turn in front of that, or adjacent to that zealot. And we're going to have 2 blood imps spawning on us at the beginning of the next turn if we don't take that zealot out. So I think our objective currently is to take out that zealot. So our snakes are priority 23. Our zealot is priority 46. So if we are going with trying to take out the zealots, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I have a bottom? Attack of 5 at range 3. That's not helpful. I would need to be one thing forward. Do I have a bottom attack that's better than that? Double the value of your next attack. Do I have a good top attack? Like, we might be blowing a No, it's also range 3. Do I not have something better than range 3? I don't have something better than range 3. Attack of 6 at range of 4. We'd have to discard, but we could potentially take out the Zealot pretty quick here. And that's at 58, so I think we're going with that. And we're going to do that double the value of your attack this round. So we're going to be discarding 2 cards, which is pretty rough. But that's also going to make me go after the Zealot, which is not particularly ideal. Because he has a movement of 2 currently because of that minus... Well, no, that could still work. He has a movement of 2 currently because of that -1, so he's not quite going to get to us. But this would also put us after... This would also put us after the snakes, which I don't... that could be bad. The Zealot also has 13 HP, which is ridiculous. But I think that's our best plan of attack for the time being. I don't think we have much of a choice. I think we just have to go last in the priority list and hope that... Oh, God. We're going to get immobilized, too, which is bad. So I think what I need to do is I need to hope that I get a plus on the Hatchet. At least a +1 would get us... a kill on the Zealot. So I think I might have to try and prioritize these 2 Vipers up here with the Redguard. Now, they only have 4 HP each, which isn't too bad. So I think we're going to have to try and prioritize the 2 Vipers here and just hope that the Hatchet can take out that Zealot, because boy, are we going to be in for it if he can't take them out. The next 5 times an enemy enters a hex adjacent to you, that enemy suffers 2 damage. We could kill them like that if we did a move. 1, 2. It would kill one of them anyway. Although I guess I could do one. If I had a movement of 3. Do I have a movement of 3? That could work. Movement of 3. That works. Okay. Okay. So we're 6 with the Redguard. So we are going to be Redguard, and then it was Giant Viper, Zealots, and then Hatchet. So we're starting with the Redguard. We're going to activate our Flame Shroud. So the next 5 times an enemy enters a hex adjacent to us, that enemy suffers 2 damage, which is going to get used up pretty quick here. So we're going to toss that on here, and then we're going to use our movement of 3, which is going to imbue the holy symbol here. This is going to go into our discard, which I am realizing I don't have a whole lot of room for. It's going to go into our discard. And then we are going to move 1. So 9's going to take 2 damage. 2. 9's going to take another 2 damage and be killed. So he's dead. We're also going to drop a tile down here. 2 has currently suffered 2 damage. We still have 1 movement, so we're going to go here, and we're going to do another 2 damage to this guy, which is going to kill him. So we moved here, which was 1, 2, 3. So we used this 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Although... no, I think it would only be 3 times because we only entered 3 hexes. We did do 4 attacks, but we only entered 3 hexes, so I think that's only 3 things. And then a money is also going to be dropped down here. And that is going to be... oh, I moved the wrong guy, sorry. Oh, I moved the wrong guy, oh no! Let's just say that the Redguard was the one who started there and not the Hatchet. It's okay, it's all good, it's all good. So that's going to bring us to the Viper, who has a movement of -1. So he only has a movement of 2. So he's going to go 1, 2. Now he's going to be attacking our Redguard here. He's going to be doing an attack of -1 with Immobilize. And he's going to be doing an attack of -1. So he's doing it. Dropping cards all over the place, apparently. Sorry about that. He's going... Oh, this was over here. He's going to be doing an attack of -1 with Immobilize. Since apparently they do both attacks, I think that's a little ridiculous if they're doing both of those attacks. That's pretty crazy, but that's, you know, whatever. That's what it is. So he's doing an attack of -1 with Immobilize with a modifier of +1. So he is doing 2 damage to the Redguard with Immobilize. So we are down to 16. Our Redguard has quite a bit of health now that he's level 5, which is pretty great. The Redguard isn't going to be able to move next turn, which should be fine. And then he is also going to be doing an attack of -1 with a modifier of -1. So that is another 1 damage, putting us down to 15. That brings us to the Zealot, who has an attack of -1 at range of 2 to 2 targets with Muddle. So he currently has a movement of 3. Can he position himself to attack both people? 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So he can attack both of us. However, he's going to have disadvantage against one person. Which I think means he has disadvantage against both people, because I think it targets at the same time, right? So both of them are going to end up with disadvantage, but he is going to be doing Muddle to us, which is unfortunate. So he's doing an attack of -1 with disadvantage. He's doing an attack of 3 with a modifier of, we got +1 and ×2. So the ×2 is actually the better modifier for us, because if you remember, both of our characters actually have the Iron Helmet, which puts all ×2s to +0s instead. So he's just going to be doing an attack of 2 to both the Hatchet and the Redguard. So the Hatchet's down to 12, and the Redguard is down to 13. That is going to end this round. Our Redguard gets to pick up this money. I clearly should have made him the mugger. Apparently that was the way to go. But no, he just has to kill the last enemy of the round. And our goal, by the way, is to kill all enemies. I don't know if I said what our goal was, but we're just trying to kill all the enemies. And that's going to bring us to the next round. So both of my... Oh, no. No. That's not going to bring us to the next round. I still have to go with the Hatchet. I still need to do my turn. So we're going to start by doing double the value of your attack this turn. So we're doubling the value. We gain 1 experience for using that. And then we're going to be doing this attack of 6 against the Zealot, which is currently an attack of 12 because we've doubled. And we're going to gain 2 experience for using this as well as imbuing a wind. So we are currently doing 12 damage with a modifier of +3. Of course, we get the +3. So this Zealot is super dead. It's number 5. We put a money token down here. And that is going to end the round. Both of these cards go to the lost pile, which we're just going to put up here. And that's going to bring us to the next round. So we just have this Viper that we have to deal with now, which is pretty nice. I think we're going to use this turn to heal our guys back up. We're just going to use our healing potions probably. But we'll see how it goes. So the Redguard can't move currently. The Elite Snakes have 8 damage. I'm not going to worry too much about potentially sorry, I lost my train of thought here. I'm not going to worry about potentially getting rid of cards that I have to put into the lost pile, because I don't want to waste up cards that we're going to want to use once we kick that door down, especially to get rid of these elites so that our snakes don't turn into blood imps. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to use this time to set up the new favorite, which is going to give us a +3 plus wound and push to an attack. And then I think we're going to just try and attack the Viper here. Do I have an attack of 3? I have an attack of 5 at 3, which could be helpful. I don't want to really have to put that into the discard, but it's our only attack that has a bottom attack. So I think we're going to try and take out the Viper. So we're going to be going 15 with the Hatchet. We'll see how this goes. This should be interesting. We're going to go 15 with the Hatchet. And then we're going 2 with the Redguard. Well, I guess that snake would have taken 2 damage, for ending up in a hex adjacent to the Redguard. Or is it 3 damage now? No, 2 damage. So he would, snake number, what is that, number 1? Would have taken 2 damage here. So he actually only has 6 damage left, which isn't too bad. We may not have to waste that. We may not have to waste that card after all. I think we could get away with just doing... Oh, but it's a bottom. That's why we didn't want to waste the thing. Okay. Okay, no, that's okay. We're going to do this a different way. We're going to hold off on the favorite for the time being. We're going to go 24 for this attack of 3. And then I think we're just going to use a movement of 3. Do I have a movement of 3? I have a movement of 3 with jump. Movement of 3 and heal 1. That could actually be useful. So we're going to go 24... We're going to see, because I may actually want to go with the Redguard first. So let's see what the Redguard's got. I can't move, so I need to do a physical attack. That looks like it's going to be the way to go. And then I need just... do I have a heal to self on the bottom? I don't. I have a heal at range of 2, which would be nice if the Redguard's going first, which I want the Redguard to go first because we're going to try and complete the mugger. Do I have a bottom attack? I could just do heal 4 to myself, since I did take quite the beating. I have an attack of 2 on the bottom. Attack of 2. Yeah, just a lot of attack of 2s. Those bottom attacks aren't doing great for me. So I guess we're going to do an attack of 2. We aren't going to get the wound on it, but we're going to do an attack of 2. And then we're going to do heal 4 to self. What's my bottom card here? 30. Dang it. See, I don't want the Redguard to go second. I want the Redguard to go before the Hatchet does. So I need something lower than that. I guess we'll go with this. We're not getting attacked this turn anyway. Oh, I lied. We are getting attacked this turn. He is putting on a shield and doing an attack of +0. But he's not moving at all, so he's just going to be attacking the Redguard. Okay, so I guess we're going to go 16 with the Redguard. So our order is going to be Giant Viper, Redguard, Hatchet. So the Giant Viper is going to start by attacking the Redguard. He's going to be doing an attack of +0 with a modifier of -1. So we are taking... This one's an elite, right? So we're going to be taking 3 damage plus poison, which kind of sucks. So the Hatchet... No, not the Hatchet. The Redguard is taking 3 damage. And he is also poisoned, which... Can I be poisoned and... immobilized at the same time? Can I only have one status condition? That's okay. So that's going to bring us to the Redguard, who we are going to use our healing potion which is going to heal us and also get rid of that poison. So that's put into the lost pile. We're going to heal 3 damage, putting us back up to 13. We are no longer poisoned. And then we are going to use our shield. So we just have a shield for this turn, which doesn't matter. And then we're going to do our attack of 2 to all adjacent enemies. And we are going to use our holy here to make it an attack of 3. We also gain 1 experience. We're here. So we're doing an attack of 3 against the Viper with a modifier of +1 in wound. So we're doing an attack of 4 to the Viper plus wound. So this Viper is now at 6 damage, leaving him with 2 damage left. Was he number 1? I was putting it in the wrong spot. It goes up there. And he is also wounded, which isn't going to matter much because I think that the Hatchet's about to kill him, but we will see. I could get a do nothing. I suppose that is also always possible. So for the Hatchet, we're just going to do our attack of 3 at range of 3 with a modifier of +2. Okay, so that Viper is definitely dead. And we drop a money token down there. And then we're just going to use our movement of 3 here to go 1, 2, 3. And then our heal of 1 at range of 1 to give the Redguard another health back. And that is going to end this turn. Oh, it also imbues a leaf, so that's going to go up. That's going to end this turn. We're going to loot the gold underneath us, which is going to clear the mugger objective for us. And now I think we're going to just... no, we're going to hold off for now. There's no point in healing with the Hatchet yet. If we use our healing potion, we're going to be losing 1 HP. So I think we're just going to wait until the next round. So speaking of the next round, let's see what we got going on here. Can I kick that door down and try and kill the Zealot? Is that a thing I can do? Or do I do setup this turn and then try and break the door down next turn? I think that might be the better option for us at the time being, is doing a little bit of setup. Because I could set up both the favorite and I can set up Overwatch, which would be really nice. Or I could set up the new favorite, which would give us +3 and wound, which would actually be quite useful. I have to be really careful, though, because these guys are going to start moving once my character finishes their turn, so I have to be careful about that. So I think we're going to go the new favorite, and we're going to go Overwatch. We're going to start doing some setup here for the next turn. And the Redguard, what's the Redguard going to do? I guess the Redguard's going to do heal to self. That would actually probably be a good time to use this. We have to heal 4 to self. I thought I had to heal 6. Maybe that was a discard, though. Or maybe that was the Hatchet. Heal 6 was the Hatchet. So what we're going to do is we're going to do heal 4 to self, and we're also going to do heal 2 at range 2, because that'll allow us to heal the Hatchet back up to full health, which will be helpful. So our current turn order is the Hatchet and then the Redguard. So the Hatchet is going to start by setting up the new favorites. We're going to be putting I'm just going to put it up here. We're going to be putting a token onto that. And we're also going to be setting up Overwatch. So the next 5 times an enemy ends a move within a range of 5, they take +2 damage. And we're going to put that there. Okay, so that is the Hatchet's turn. The Redguard is going to do a heal of 4 to itself, which is going to put him back up to his maximum of 18, and we're also going to gain 1 experience. So we're back up to full HP on the Redguard, which is nice. 2 experience. And then we're going to use heal 2 at range of 2, which is going to imbue a fire, and is also going to give the Hatchet his full 14 HP back, which is nice. And we're going to move into the next round, which is going to be us heading into this room and trying to snipe that Zealot. We'll see how that goes. So for the Hatchet, we're going to try and move on to this space here. So we're going to be using this attack of 6 at range 3. Is that going to be enough? 1, 2, 3, 4. I would need a movement of 4. 2, 3, 4. Although I would prefer a movement of 5, I think. Do I have a movement of 5? Movement of 4. Movement of 4, and on your next 4 abilities, add 2. Do I have just a regular movement of 5? That's an attack of 5. I don't. So we would have to use this 4 plus 2 here, which would give us 6, which could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That could give us some good leeway against some of these enemies here. Kind of keep us out of harm's way. So I think that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing this attack of 6 at range 3, and we're also going to be doing this movement buff here at 21. And for the Redguard, are we going to be able to get in and attack at all with the Redguard? Are we going to be able to do anything? Movement of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We could get into the door. Or we could use this movement of 5 to get through the door. That could work. And then we would need a top attack. Do I have a good range top attack at all? Could I take out a normal? What do the normals have? 4? Could I take out a normal Viper? Anything at range? Attack of 4 at range 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need a range of 3. I would need a range of 3. Do I have... Well, I have this movement of 6. We'd have to discard the card, but we could do that. Place a Sand Devil in an adjacent empty hex. It is considered a trap for the purpose of monster focusing and movement. At the start of each of your turns, you may move it up to 2 hexes. And you may force any figure on it to move with it. Anytime a figure moves onto the devil or vice versa, not when moving together, the figure suffers 1 damage and gains a muddle. That could be useful. We could use it to kind of keep enemies away from us, but I don't think I'm going to use it quite yet. So I think we're going to be using this movement of 6, and then we're going to be using that attack of 4 at range 2 to try and take one of these Vipers out. So we're going 52, which is probably going to screw us over, but we'll see how that goes. Currently, our setup is Hatchet and then Redguard. However, after the Hatchet finishes its turn, these guys are going to be attacking us. So we are starting with the Hatchet, who is going to be doing the movement of 4. And on our next 4 movement abilities, we add +2. So we actually have a movement of 6. Our wind is being imbued a little more. So we're going to be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think is where I want to be. I don't think there's nothing for breaking things down. And then we're going to be doing our attack of 6 at range of 3. We're going to gain 2 experience. This is going to go into the lost pile. We're also going to use the favorites. So this is going to go on to Zealot 4 for the time being. And we're going to be attacking the Zealot. So we're doing 9 damage currently, plus wound, with a modifier of ×2, of course. So we just did 18 damage to the Zealot, which definitely makes it dead. There's only 13 HP, so it was a little bit of overkill. But that's okay. We have one thing here for the movement. So this guy is dead. This is going to drop down one here. No, he would have been on his tile here. There's also going to be a money on that tile. And now that we've busted the door down, all of these zealots and vipers are going to be coming after us. So the zealots are at 27. The viper is at 58. So the current, it is now zealots, Redguard, viper. So the zealots are going to be starting by doing a movement of +0. So we just have regular zealots left. So they're going to be doing a movement of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then it is our Redguard's turn because they are not within range to attack us, which is nice. So the Redguard is going to start by doing his movement of 5, correct? No, he's going to be doing his movement of 6. So we gain 1 experience, but this is going into the lost pile. Do I have a lost pile with... I don't think I have a lost pile with the Redguard yet. I guess I have room for an actual lost pile. So that's going into the lost pile. We're going to do our movement of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we are then going to do our attack of 4 at range 2. This is going to imbue both Leaf and the Holy if it goes off. So we're currently doing an attack of 4 against Viper number 5 here with a modifier of +1. So we're doing a 5 damage to the Viper, which is going to kill it, which is nice. That's Viper number 5. We're going to drop a gold down on that Viper spot. And that is going to be the end of the turn for the Redguard, which can bring us to the Vipers. They have a movement of -1. They currently have a movement of 3, so they're going to be moving 2 spaces closer to us. And they're not within range to attack, so it's going to bring us to the next turn. The Zealot deck needs to be shuffled here. Sorry, I just wanted to read that card that was up. I just want to make sure I didn't mess anything up. Boil Blood, Drain Life, move 2. No, attack -1 at range of 2. They aren't within range to attack. I'm just making sure. Because obviously we've gone against enemies who can attack you from anywhere. So I just wanted to make sure that these zealots were not attacking us from across the way, I guess. Okay, so that is going to end this round. So, going into the next round, zealots have priority of 50, doing nothing special. Vipers have priority 18, which kind of sucks. Okay, what are we doing? Oh, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All of these guys take 2 damage for being within range. So that's 1, 2, 3. We gain 1 experience here. And each of these guys are going to be taking 2 damage for being within range. I have to remember what cards I have activated. I think that's the hardest thing I have is just remembering what cards I have activated at the time. Even though they're literally right here. I should have no problem. But I focus too much on the game, I guess. And I'm like, I completely forget that I've activated cards. And Viper number 10 also took 2 damage. So we have to remember the Redguard needs to kill the last enemy. So I just need to make sure that I do that. So for the Hatchet, I think we're going to... I think I should try and move and get my favorite token back and see if I can do an attack. I'm not going to be able to take the Zealot out. Unless I have something that lets me loot while I move. Move 1 and loot? Oh, but I have an extra 2. So that would actually work. That would actually work. And then what do I have something I can attack with? Attack of 3 at range 2? I'd be going after the Viper though, so that would be a little rough. If I have that token back, what do I need to do to the Zealot? He currently has 6 HP. So I need to do at least, well, 6 damage. But I'd have an extra 3, so I need to do at least 3 damage. So this might actually work. But the Vipers are going to be going before us, unfortunately. But that we might be able to get that to work. Sorry about that. Just had to mute my mic for a sec. So that's our plan for the Hatchet. We're going to move on to the Redguard here. We could try and get this Sand Devil set up. Get the Sand Devil going. That could be interesting. Would have to be an adjacent hex. I could move here and put it in front of this Zealot, so they have to take a little longer to get to us. But I think I'd rather just try and attack the Zealot, to be honest. Do I have range on both the top and bottom? Attack 1 at range 3. We have a fire, so we could do an additional. Move 2, attack of 1 at range 3. We don't have a holy, though. Can I get a holy somehow? Only if I shield, eh? Nothing within range of 2? No, range of 3. Okay, yeah, I think that's the only option that we really got. We could do this attack of 4. But that would be pretty useless. We don't have the damage right now unless we get a +2, which I don't even remember if the Redguard has a +2 in its deck, honestly. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to move, and then we're going to do this attack. We're going to do this here, this 29, because this is going to allow us to do an attack of 1 at range 3, which we're going to get an extra on, and we're going to be able to move. And we're going to be able to do another attack for 1, but still. And we're going to gain 2 experience from it. So I think that's what we're going to go with. And then what do we have on our bottom? Do I have a range attack on the bottom at all? I have a heal of 4. Do I need to heal? No, the Hatchet's fine. The Hatchet's fine. I don't really have anything on the bottom that I can really use. We have melee attacks, but we're not going to be beside anyone, so I think I might just be using a movement. I think I might just be using something as a basic movement. I think that's really all we got. We'll use this guy as a basic movement. 13? Okay, so our order currently is Redguard, and then Viper. Oh, no. I just realized that Viper is beside that Zealot. I don't know if he was there last turn or not. No, he would have ended. He would have ended on that turn, which means that Viper is being turned into an elite imp. So looks like we are going to be facing some imps. So we need an imp card. Imps at priority 37. So our actual list here is going to be... Oh god, he has 10 HP, really? Stupid elite imps. So our order is going to be Redguard at 13, Viper at 18, Hatchet at 35, Blood Imp at 37, and then Zealots at 50. So, starting with the Redguard, we're going to start by doing Did I do this right? Yeah, I did this right. Okay. We're going to start by doing this one here. An attack of 1 at range of 3. If we use fire, it becomes a +1 to attack. We gain an experience, and we have a pull of 2. So we're going to be using up that fire. We are now doing an attack of 2 at range of 3. We gain an experience. So we're doing an attack of 2 against Zealot number 2 here with a modifier of +2. So we are doing 4 damage to Zealot number 2, who is now left with 2 HP. And then we are doing our movement of 2. Oh, that also has a pull of 2, so he would come up to here. And then we're doing our movement of 2. So we're going to go 1, 2. Is this a range of 3? And then we're doing an attack of 1 at range of 3 against the Zealot again with a modifier of -1. So I guess we're doing an attack of nothing, which is fine. And then that is also going to have us gain an experience, but because we didn't hit him, it's not going to do the pull, unfortunately. But we do gain an experience from that, so that's nice. Okay, that's going to end the Zealot. That's going to, or the Redguard, sorry, not the Zealot. That's going to bring us to the Giant Vipers, who currently are doing find cover. So they're doing a movement of +1 with jump. All attacks targeting Giant Vipers gain disadvantage this round. I guess I should have read that before I started attacking. Good thing we weren't attacking any Vipers this round. And they have a movement of 3, so he's going to be, he has a movement of +1 plus jump. And he has a movement of 4 with jump, so he'd probably be going 1, 2, 3, 4, which is going to allow him to attack the Redguard. So he's doing an attack of -1 with a modifier of -1. So he is doing 3 -2, which is 1 damage plus poison. So our Redguard is once again poisoned. He's getting poisoned a lot here. He's no longer immobilized either. I guess I should get rid of that, huh? Okay, so our Redguard is poisoned. We are now going to our second Viper. Once again, a movement of 4. So he's going to be going 1, 2, 3, 4. Just going to bring him closer. He is not within range to attack, however, which is good for us. This is going to bring us to the Hatchet, who is going to start by... Do I try and kill these Vipers now? They're pretty close to us. Have I changed my my plan here? I don't know. I don't know if I've changed my plan. I don't think I have. I think I'm sticking with the plan. So we're doing a movement of 1 +2 because of our power here. So we're gaining movement of 3, and we gain an experience. So we're doing a movement of 3 and looting. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to loot back our favorite token, as well as this money down here. Put our favorite back up here. We'll just toss our money on with our mugger here. And then we are going to do our attack of 3 at range of 2 against the Zealots, because I think I just want to try and kill the Zealots. And we're going to use our favorite token to give us +3. So we're currently doing an attack of 6. We're also going to use a wind. So we're currently doing an attack of 7. Plus push of 2, plus 1 experience. So we're mainly doing this just for the experience. So that's going to go into my discard. We are currently doing an attack of a 7 against Zealot number 1 with a modifier of +2, and we imbue a wind. So we just did 9 damage to this Zealot, which is definitely going to take him out. And that is going to put our favorite token down there. It's going to put a money down there. These are going back into there. And that is going to end the Hatchet's turn, which is going to bring us to the Blood Imp, who is doing a movement of +0. Blood Imps have a movement of 3. So he's going to be going... Well, he's just going to be going 1 to attack the Hatchet, since that's where he needs to be. Oh, I lied. He's going to be going nowhere to attack the Hatchet, because he's doing an attack of +0 at range 3. So he has 2 attack plus muddle, so he is doing 2 damage with a modifier of +0. So our Hatchet is going to take 2 damage. And it's also going to gain Muddle for the next turn, which is unfortunate. And then that is going to bring us to the Zealot. We just have the 1 Blood Imp. So the Zealot currently has a movement of +0. And they have a regular movement of 3. So he'd go 1, 2 to attack the Hatchet, I would guess. And he is going to be doing an attack of +0 with a modifier of +1. So we are taking 4 damage plus wound on the Hatchet, which is a little unfortunate. That puts us down to 8 damage, and we are wounded. I have not healed with the Hatchet yet with our potions, so that's a good thing, because that will get rid of the wound for us, which is nice. And that is going to end the round. So heading into the next round, we got our Blood Imp, we got our Vipers, we got our Zealots. Zealots are at priority 46, Vipers are at priority 43, and the Blood Imps are at priority 76. It doesn't look like there are any special modifiers this round, so let's see what we got going. Everything's pretty high. We should be able to get some decent damage in here. So we're definitely going to start by, well, we're going to take a damage because of the wound, so I'm just going to put that on now. We're definitely going to start by trying to take out a couple of these enemies. Do I have a bottom melee attack? Wound 1 adjacent enemy. I could wound Snake number 3. That could be helpful. It would take damage every turn, which would be good. But I also kind of need to get them away from all these enemies, because we're starting to run pretty dang low on health. So I think what I need to do is I need to maybe just try and attack guys, try and spread some damage as much as we can. I currently have Muddle on the Hatchet, so I may as well just do range attacks and roll for disadvantage anyway. Or I could go up and get my favorite token up there and then try and take out. I could try and take out the Zealot. He's pretty close to being dead. Or I just push through, try and do some attacks, going through Muddle, and just trying to put some damage on these guys. I could also put the favorite into play so I have another token down. That's a thing. That's a thing. Add +1 to all attacks this round could be helpful. I think what we might do is we might put the favorite down, and we might go into this attack 5 to maybe try and take the Blood Imp out, because he has 10 HP, and then we can do +3, which would give us 8, so hopefully we get a good modifier, and that would help us out. But I might also actually heal myself, because that would probably be a good idea. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to heal, and then we're going to go for that attack of 5. Maybe try and take the Blood Imp out. We aren't going to get extra damage on it, but if we're lucky, we'll get that ×2. It seems to be coming up pretty frequently. Where did that attack of 5 go? There it is. So we're doing 18 with the Hatchet. And for the Redguard, let's see what we got here. What is this doing over here? Did I not use this? Or was this something that I think I used this one. That should be in the discard. Okay, for the Redguard, we could try and take this snake out. 8 HP. We could do an attack of 3, plus immobilize. Each time the target is attacked this round, it suffers 1 damage. To signify this, place one of your character tokens on the target. That's actually pretty good. Each time the target is attacked this round, it suffers 1 damage. Does that include this attack? I would guess it includes this attack. I don't have any fire right now. I could use this to attack a bunch of guys. This would attack 4. It would attack here, 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 and here, I believe. Right? I'm here. It attacks here and here. And it would attack here, here, and here. It would be that column, so I'd actually only be attacking 1 guy. I wouldn't be getting that second snake. Right? There and there. There, there. Oh no, I would be attacking 3. So we could do damage to 3 and 4. That could be useful. We don't have a thing that would allow us to get an extra attack on that, though. I could use... Although it would go to the lost pile, I wouldn't be able to use my stamina to get that back, huh? Movement of 4, movement of 5, shield. Oh, I don't really have any good things on the bottom here. So what I think I'm going to do is attack and just try and move out of the way, or I could shield. I could do shield. That could be useful. This would actually imbue fire for us and holy for us. It would be discarded, but we would be able to get that extra attack on here. We'd get some extra damage off, so I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going 10 with the Redguard. So now that all that planning is done, our priority is Redguard, Hatchet, Giant Viper, Zealot, and then Blood Imp. So starting off with the Redguard, we are going to use that shield of 3. So we have 3 shield this turn. I'm just going to leave it sideways here so I remember that. We're going to imbue fire and holy. And we are also going to gain an experience, correct? Yeah, we're all... Oh, that's not the right character. Should probably give the right character the experience. I feel like I've done that a couple times now where I've given the wrong experience out. And then we're going to use this attack of 3, which is going to hit Viper 4 and Viper 3. We're going to use our Holy to make it an attack of 4 instead. We're going to gain 2 experience, and we're going to be putting Muddle on both of these Vipers, which is pretty nice, but this is also going to the discard pile. So we are currently doing an attack of 4 against Viper 4 and 3 with a modifier of +1, so that's 5 damage to both of them. So that's too much. 3, 4, 5, and 4, 5. So Viper number 3 and 4. So they both have 3 HP left, which isn't bad. We might be able to deal with that pretty easily. We also have 3 shield this turn, which is good. That means that... Oh, I haven't been doing the damage for my Overwatch. One enemy should have 2 extra damage on it, which I think would have ended up being the Zealots. I think he was the first one to move last turn, but I don't remember. So what we'll do is we'll just do it this turn. We'll do it this turn. Whoever takes the damage is going to take the damage. So that's going to bring us to the Hatchet, who is going to start by doing a heal of 6 to himself. We're going to get wind's already all the way up. This is going to be put into the lost pile. We are healing 6 damage, which is going to put us up to 13. And we're going to gain, what was it, 1 experience? 2 experience. Gaining 2 experience. Did I give myself the experience for... I don't think I gave myself the experience for the warmth of the sun there. Okay, so we're healing 6 to ourselves. And then we are going to do an attack of 5 against this blood imp up here. We are muddled currently, unfortunately. But we are going to go after the blood imp. So we're doing an attack of... Oh, sorry. No, yeah, it is the bottom. An attack of 5 at range of 3. So we're going to gain 1 experience for this, but this is also going into the lost pile. So we are currently doing an attack of 5 with a modifier of -2. So we're doing 3 damage to the blood imp. Did I say the blood imp? I think I did say the blood imp, but what I meant to say is that we are going to be doing 3 damage to the Viper, number 4 up here. Definitely not the blood imp. That's not what I said I wanted to attack. I don't know why I said I wanted to attack the blood imp. That was a stupid thing to want to attack. It has no HP on it, when obviously Viper number 4 would have been the more logical thing to go after. So we're killing Viper number 4 with that 3 HP. So Viper number 4 has been taken out. It's going to put a money token down here. And we are going to use up our healing potion to get rid of that wound. It is a bit of a waste. It's only going to give us 1 HP, but it's going to allow us to not take damage every turn, which is good. And this muddle is going to be gone after this turn as well, so we can get rid of that. Okay, so that is the end of the Hatchet's turn. That's going to bring us to our enemies, starting with the Giant Viper. The Giant Viper is doing a movement of +1, Toxic Frenzy. Target all adjacent targets. So it doesn't need to move anywhere because it's already targeting the Hatchet. So it's going to stay there. It's doing an attack of -1 with a modifier of +0. So it's going to be doing 2 damage to the Hatchet, putting us down to 12. It's going to bring us to the Zealot, who is going to be doing an attack of -1 at range of 2 to 2 targets. Does he have movement? He is not moving at all, which means he can only target the Hatchet, and he's going to be gaining disadvantage because he's not moving. Now, if this hits, we are going to end up muddled again, which is unfortunate. But, yeah, he's gaining disadvantage because he's doing a range of 2. So, oh, actually, I guess he could imbue the fire. We have a fire thing which gets used. So he's also going to be able to hit the Redguard because it adds an extra 2 to his range. So that's unfortunate. So both of them are going to be getting hit, but he is rolling disadvantage here. So we have +0 and we have do nothing, which is the better one. Do nothing is the better outcome for us. So the Zealot is doing nothing. And that's finally going to bring us to the Blood Imp. Final move for the round. He has a movement of -1, which means he is going to be moving 1. No, sorry, he's going to be moving 2. So he would go... Is he doing a range attack? Or is he? He's not moving at all. He's doing a range attack again. So he's doing an attack of +1 at range 3. Well, I mean, I guess the game does say that they priority target the priority list. So he could move 2 and hit the Redguard. So I guess he'd be going after the Redguard. So he's doing an attack of +1 with a modifier of -1. So he's just doing 2 damage to the Redguard plus Muddle. So the Redguard's going to be down to 15. He's going to be gaining Muddle for this turn. Plus an extra damage because of that poison. I forgot about that. I definitely need to heal him. The Blood Imp is the only one that's moved this round. So he is going to be taking 2 damage from the from the Hatchet's thing there. So he's taking 2 damage. That is Blood Imp number 8. Sorry guys, got visited by a cat down here. So Blood Imp number 8 took 2 damage there, and that's gonna end the round. That's gonna end the round. We still have one more of the Overwatch, which is nice. We haven't really done much moving. I need to go up and I need to get that favorite token back. I think it's gonna help us out, but I also need to go get that treasure chest before the round ends. So this is being discarded into our lost pile. And then we are going to head into the next round. So let's see what we got. We got the Imp at priority 24 plus Strengthen, which is not great. It would help if I was pulling from the right thing. We have the Viper at priority 33, and we have the Zealot at priority 65. So let's see what we got left here. Oh, that was the wrong thing. Let's see what we got left here. Can I take out the Zealot? The Zealot only has 2 HP left, I think. 2 HP? Yeah, 2 HP left. The Viper only has 3 HP left. The Blood Imp has 8 HP left. Do I have something that could let me attack both of them? Well, I have an attack of +1, but that's not helpful. Unless I have a movement of 2 and loot. Do I have something that lets me loot in the same turn still? I do not. It got used already. Do I have a bottom and a top attack? I have an attack of 2 on the bottom here. We could use that. Well, we'd have to hope for a good modifier, but we could use that. Do I have a top attack? Not really. Okay. Okay. No, I think I can make this work. I think I can make this work. So what we're going to do is we're going to use that attack of 2 on the bottom here, which is also going to let us move. So we're going to be able to get that favorite token back. But we're also going to set up the other favorite. We're also going to be setting up the other favorite, right? We're allowed to have both in our deck. I'm pretty sure it didn't tell me to discard the other one. So I guess we can set up the favorite. We just don't get wound on this one. We only get +3. So we're going to be doing that. So we're 17 with the Hatchet. And for the Redguard, who that's supposed to be discarded. That's supposed to be discarded. Attack of 4. I don't think I use that one. I think these are just my cards left. Okay. What do we have with the Redguard? We could do an attack of 3 at range of 2 against the Viper, which would take it out. So I think that's what we're going to be doing with him. Now we need something low here. Move of 4 and immobilize all targets. Anything doing a range attack? The Blood Imp is doing a range attack, so... Okay. Okay. So the Blood Imp... If we immobilize the Blood Imp, he's going to lose his Strengthen, basically, because he's going to have to attack us with disadvantage. So we're going to do this attack of 3 at range 2. And we are going to do this movement of 4 with immobilize. 19's enough, right? It is. So we're going 19. So that's what we're doing with the... Oh, I didn't even realize I had Flame Shroud on still. I have a Flame Shroud left. That would have been helpful to know. That would have been helpful to know. Okay, so our priority is going to be Hatchet, Redguard, Blood Imp, Giant Viper, and then Zealot. Okay, so starting with the Hatchet, we're starting up the other favorite. And then we're going to be doing this attack of 2 with our favorite token, which is going to end up on Zealot number 2 here. So we're currently doing 5 damage with a modifier of +0. So 5 damage to the Zealot, which is enough to kill it. So that Zealot is dead. Our token comes here. A money comes here. And then we are going to do our movement of 2, which is going to cause the extra lift to go forward. However, we don't need to go 2. We're just going to this space right here that has our other favorite token on it. And then that's going to bring us to the Redguard, who is going to start by doing this attack of 3 at a range of 2 against the Viper. So he's doing an attack of 3 at range of 2 with a modifier of... Oh, God, do nothing, of course. I lied. We're doing nothing to the Viper. The Viper has survived another day, apparently. And then we're going to be doing this movement to 4 with Immobilize. You immobilize all adjacent targets, so both of them are going to get immobilized, which is nice. So we're just going to go 2 up here, and both the Blood Imp and the Viper are going to be immobilized for the next couple turns, so that'll be nice. So Blood Imp 8 and Viper 3, both immobilized. Okay, however, we have just put ourselves into the line of fire, seeing as that Viper also gets the strengthen from the Blood Imp. I was really hoping that that wouldn't happen. However, it's happening. Both of them are immobilized, so they can't move. However, the Viper is within range to attack the Redguard with an attack of +0 with a modifier of +0. So we are going to be taking 3 damage plus poison, which we're already poisoned, which means we're taking 4 damage, putting us down to 10 damage. And the Blood Imp... Oh, the Blood Imp was supposed to attack us. It doesn't matter. The Blood Imp was supposed to attack us first. The Blood Imp's going to attack us now. He's doing an attack of... Oh, he's not doing anything. Target all enemies within range of 2. We are gaining muddle onto the red. He's already muddled. We're just getting more muddle on the Redguard. So that's going to end the round. So we're heading into the next round here. So the Giant Viper is going to be priority 32. The Imp is going to be priority 42. Both of them are still immobilized, so they can't move. So that's a good thing. We get our favorite token and this money for the Hatchet. So this one was the one for the wounds. We gain the money. What are we doing here? I think I need to short rest. Do I have cards left? I have cards left. Okay, we still have enough cards. So an attack of 2 at range 4. Add +2 and gain 1 if the opponent has your favorite token on it. We can just use this to... use our other favorite token on to try and take the Viper out. So we're going to be using this 39, and then we'll just use this to add +1 to our thing to hopefully guarantee that we're going to kill it. We should hopefully kill it anyway. And for the Redguard, do I have any attack of 4? Add +3 if the target has negative conditions, which it does. It has immobilized, so we're going to be doing 7 damage. We don't have a fire imbued. Can I get a fire imbued? I have nothing to imbue a fire with. That's okay. That's all right. It's fine. It's fine. So we're going to be going priority... Oh, God, they're both bad. We're going priority 40 with the... We're going priority 40 with the Redguard. So our current lineup is Hatchet, Giant Viper, Blood Imp, and then Redguard. So we're going to start by using the Hatchet to attack the Giant Viper. We're going to do the +1 to attack. So we're just going to add +1 to our attack this turn. So we're going to be doing an attack of 3 at range of 4. And we're also going to be using our favorite token, which is going to add +3. And because that has our favorite token on it, we're also going to be adding a +2, and we gain an experience. So we get an experience, and we are now doing 2, 3, +2. So we're doing 7 damage to this Giant Viper with a modifier of +3. So we just did 10 damage to this Viper, which is enough to kill it normally. Forget about the stuff that's already on it. It's just enough to kill it. So Viper's dead. We now just have the Blood Imp to worry about, and we're gonna let the Redguard deal with that. So he finishes up his objective. We're then just gonna use our other card here, just as the. Oh, right. That's what I was gonna do. Oh, rip. So I am minusing 2 off of that. We weren't supposed to use this +1. So the Viper still would have been dead. I meant to use this card as just the basic 2 movement so that we can move on to the treasure tile here. The Viper would have been dead regardless. So that was my mistake. I just did that in the wrong order. I got ahead of myself and I was like, oh, let's just stack up as much damage as we can. So that is going to skip over the Viper because there are no longer any Vipers. And that's going to allow the Redguard to go before the Imp does. So the Redguard is going to start by doing an attack of 4, add +3 if the target has negative conditions, which it does. So we're doing an attack of 7 with a modifier of +1 and wound. So I think, is that enough? 7 + 1? 8 damage. That's 8 damage. So we've killed the Blood Imp because he only has 10 HP. So the Blood Imp is dead. And we put a money down on this space up here. This goes into our lost pile. And then I guess we're just going to use a movement of 5 for no reason because that's just what we do. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why not? We'll just grab the money, even though we're going to get all the money anyway. So that is both going to end the round and the scenario. We finished up the closer. We also get to figure out what this treasure is. Number 15. Let's see what treasure number 15 is. Treasure number 15 is check mark. We get an extra check mark. So the Hatchet is going to gain an extra check mark towards another perk. That's nice. That means we only have 1 more scenario now before we're going to get another perk with the Redguard. With the Hatchet, sorry. I don't think I have a pencil. I think this happened last time too. Just give me a sec. I'm going to go get a pencil. Okay, sorry about that. We're back. We got a pencil. So let's calculate up this finishing stuff. So let's get some of this stuff out of the way here so I actually have some room to to do stuff. Put those up there. And here I thought I was actually going to have some room because we didn't have to use the extra book. Somehow I ended up with less room. Put these back. Just kind of get these up in their corners here. Okay, so let's start with the Hatchet. We just gained an extra perk check mark thanks to that chest. And we did, in fact, complete our Mugger, kill a monster and loot the money token. It drops in the same turn, so we're going to gain another check mark from that. So that was completed. We have 3 gold plus all this other gold. It's all shared anyway, so I may as well just take all of it. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is 14 gold plus the 3 that we have here, which is another 6. So that's 20 gold. So that puts us up to 31 gold. We haven't gained any new items, not yet anyway. We have gained 10 experience plus 6 experience for completing the scenario. So that puts us at 254. What did I just say? 16 experience? 255. 255 experience. We are 20 short of going to level 6. That is everything for the hatchet. We haven't done anything else there. Let's go over to the Redguard. We'll give him his 1 gold in gold, even though it's all shared anyway. He gained 8 experience plus 6 for completing the scenario, so that is 14 experience, which is going to put us up to 3, 11. That's going to put us up to 241 experience, making us 34 experience away from getting to level 6. We also completed our objective. Did I get rid of the objective? What did I do with the objective? We also completed our objective. Oh, here it is. We also completed our objective of killing the last monster in the scenario, so we gain a check mark for that. So there's 1 for that. And there's another gold over here that I forgot. That's an extra 2 gold, so that's 19 gold. And that is everything for the Redguard. So last thing that we need to do is our town card here. Let's just see which ones I've done here already. Those are the ones I did. So let's see what thing we get here. Alrighty. You're walking along the river towards the barracks when a lurker, 6 feet tall with terrifying, snapping claws, bursts out of the water on the opposite bank. The citizenry flee for cover in a mad panic. Suddenly, a battle cry rings out, and you see a streak of shimmering purple drop from a nearby building, tucking and rolling to an elegant stop a few feet from the trouble. A Valrith woman with flowing hair stands, a shroud covering her face. "Tis, tis," she shouts, clapping a strange wooden instrument at the beast. "Tis!" The lurker pauses its assault and turns to the woman. Is this horrible monster confused? Option A, attack the lurker while it's distracted. This may be the only chance to kill it. Option B, pull back the onlookers and allow the woman space. I think we go option B. This lady clearly seems like she knows what she's doing. She kind of threw herself apparently out of a window or off the top of a building to go after this creature. So I think she knows what she's doing. So I think we're going option B. You hold the frightened crowd at bay and watch as the woman circles the lurker, clapping her instrument in a hypnotic rhythm. You almost fall into a trance yourself as you watch her work. The monster's eyes follow her dance. Slowly, the pair approach the water, and with one last tiss, the lurker recedes. The whole crowd breathes a sigh of relief, and the interloper nods her thanks before she turns and fades into the crowd. Gain 10 experience each, so both characters have gained an additional 10 experience. That's pretty nice. So that is going to put the hatchet at 265 experience, only 10 experience away from going to level 6, and that's going to put the Redguard at 251 experience, only 24 experience away. from level 6. And that is going to, I was going to say that's going to wrap things up, but we didn't actually read our conclusion. So let's read the conclusion to the scenario. That would probably be helpful to know what we have to do next, huh? You try to block the sight of the bloody nightmares clawing their way out of their serpent's hosts as the zealots watched and smiled. Blood given sentience and some vile intent, the thought fills you with an empty sense of inevitability. And this was not the worst of it. These cultists refused to talk or give up Roland, so your only option is to continue forward. Ahead, another passage leads deeper into the blood-soaked nightmare. More evil awaits. You feel it in your bones. Each character gains 1 check mark, which means that the Hatchet's actually going to gain another perk, so that's nice. New location, Tainted Blood, scenario number 15. So next time we're going to be heading into scenario 15, but that check mark is actually going to give us another perk for the Hatchet. So let's see what we got here. I think we might just replace another +1 with a +3 because those +3s are coming in handy, but we could also add a +2 with wind. Technically, replacing a +1 with a +3 is giving us a +2, but adding a +2 doesn't get rid of that +1. So I think we're going to add another +2 with the wind. I think that's what we're going to do. So let's grab our cards out here. And we are adding a +2 with a wind. Alrighty, that is going to wrap things up for this scenario. So thank you guys very much for stopping by. Hopefully you enjoyed this part. Hopefully I will see you all next time when we continue on with scenario number 15. Until then, just remember the board games are for everybody, and hopefully I will see you all next time. But until then, peace.